Welcome to my channel and welcome to Propst Farm. Today I am digging for North Carolina rubies and sapphires. So I'll show you what we're up to. All right, here is Dad working through the last bit of this pile. We grind it all down until there's only rocks left. Here's our dust pile and our hole. It's not huge, but the corundum tends to settle in the first few feet, up in the front at least. So this is where we are. We're thinking of heading toward the back to go dig a bit more, but we'll see what we find. We've been here a few hours, so I'll show you guys the couple I found. So the colors are a bit hard to see before they're, cleaned and cut, but I love that one. It's a very pretty pink. This was the first one I found today. Nice shape. I can't quite get a read on the color. Oh, same with that one. Great hexagon shape, thick. Yeah, perfect. This little plate is pretty cool. Very thin though. I like that one. Oh, there's the sheen. That's one of the big indicators to look out for when hunting these. I think that one's a sapphire. I think so. The sheen looks right. I could be wrong though. I don't know. That one I'm pretty sure is quartz. I think I messed that one up. This was, I think, the second one I found today. Tiny. It was just sitting on the surface. This little guy. And another one that I think I was wrong about. It's fine, it happens. So there's my little pile from the first couple hours, but we've got a long day ahead of us still. Here we have the digging in progress, which is pretty brutal, especially when it gets warm, but that's how it gets done. We are headed to the back 40 to get started on our second hole. The first one was pretty good, but this dirt is freshly tilled. It hasn't been dug in a while, so I have very high hopes. We're right against the back of the barn. I'd say let's left area, right near the outhouse. No, I think he said the middle was dug and they just didn't find a ton. I think he said the sides were where it was at. Somewhere around this area. I'll get back to you. Here we are poking a metal stick into the ground to check for crunch. If you hear it hit things or get held up, there's a good chance there are rocks in there and you're in a good spot. If not, it's probably just dirt. So not quite hearing crunch. Nope. And maybe we'll hear less crunch because it's freshly tilled. All right, we decided on this side. Set her up. Woo-hoo. Here's our new setup, and now we start digging. Dad starts digging. I do the sifting later and the filming. So. All right, we'll probably set up another time lapse because it's going to look like this for a while. I'll update you if we find anything cool. Here we have a sapphire that almost got categorized as quartz. So you can't see any color, but I'm gonna try to get it to catch the sheen in the sun. There, I'm getting a couple of the little planes.
Around that edge, there was a little pinprick of color right here on this side.
Oh, there's the sheen. Oh gosh, yeah, a tiny bit of pink. That's hilarious. Yeah, that almost went in the bucket, but that is our first find. Yay. Out back.
All right.
Woo! Actually, I'm going to show you how hard this dirt is real quick. It's great. So, huge fun, as you can assume. Quartz. Our goal is to get all of this dirt through the sifter and leave behind only the rocks. Talk to you in a bit. Not a rock, but is this not a huge clover? Look how cool that is. I feel like we should dig here. I feel like a sign of prosperity or something. Oh, this is a fun one. This is what it looks like when clay has a sheen. That looks just like corundum. Unfortunately, still clay. Since part of the point of this video was for me to actually explain how we find the rubies and sapphires, let me walk you through our setup process and all our supplies cohesively. So, with a shovel, you start by digging a hole. I bring it over to this sifter that was built by my dad, but you can find something similar or make, you know, something similar yourself. The legs detach, they just come right out of here, so it can all kind of store inside there. It's a super, super thick, heavy-duty mesh, which you'll need because rubies and sapphires are very hard. So we take the dirt from the hole, put it in the sifter. We use gloves and these little wooden apparatuses so we don't end up with holes in our hands. Make sure to bring something to protect the hands. So the dust falls from here down to there. We take any rocks that are left over and we put them in that bucket. Then we take the rocks home, we wash them, we sort them, we find even more corundum in there. That's pretty much our process. I already explained the dirt poker of where to find a spot. It's kind of optional at a place like this because anywhere you start digging, you're probably going to find rocks.
Good way to improve your odds.
Right? Good way to improve your odds. Of course, now that I'm done, the wind stops. I do apologize for the wind noise that I'm sure will be in this. Yeah. There's our setup. Tends to work pretty well. I did decide to dig next to those clovers. And I found this little guy. It's not huge, but it's definitely a sapphire. Yeah, check it out. Neat. So, the back 40 area was not the best. So we're moving back to our original hole. We took a little lunch break and we are starting back up again. It's very, very warm. Still a beautiful day to dig though. I decided to do a bit of walking and surface picking. Check this out. See it? That's a great example of the hexagon tube structure that these gems grow in. It's got the sheen too. This is exactly what to look out for at a place like this. Very nice. No way, no way. Oh, how cool. How cool. I think that's my best piece of the day. It's just surface find. I can't wait to see what color that is. Wow. All right.
Surface?
Yeah. Ta-da!
Amazing.
I'm gonna get back to some actual work for a while. But hopefully I find something as cool as that last piece. Or even cooler through all the digging. Get back to you soon. That's a little sapphire. That's a fun one to find. I hope there's blue in it. I can't tell. It's looking pretty gray, but I like the shape of it. So, sweet. Oh, we just washed up one of these rocks from when we were digging in the back. That's crazy. That is beautiful. Very cool. So we are back from our short break. It's about 4:30. And we decided to move back behind the barn again after realizing that one of those rocks was very, very cool. So, yeah, hopefully we get a second wind pretty soon. When we left for our afternoon break, it was 86 degrees out. We got back, it is 88 degrees out, and we have found the one shade spot. The sun is over there, so it's going to continue to be a shade spot for the rest of the day. We're very excited. Everything else is full sun right now, and it's just not worth it when it's this hot. It's exhausting. So, back to digging. We are wrapping it up for today. We're going to be back tomorrow morning, but for now we're filling in our holes, and tomorrow we're probably going to continue more around the front of the barn again. I was liking the rocks that way. Like we were never there. Got a nice little selection of rocks to sort through at home already. After day one, here is my little stash of rocks. I'll show you a few of my favorites. This one is amazing. I am excited to see that cleaned up. I'm already seeing some blue in a few different places on there, honestly. That was the one I just picked off the surface. I think it's my favorite one. Then, oops, probably this pink long hexagon. That one is just gorgeous. Then maybe that guy. It's chunky, cool. You really can't tell much of what's going on while they're this dirty. I didn't realize. Still cool to see the sheen and what they all look like fresh out of the ground. I like the shape of that one a lot. Very cool. So, pretty cool. Should clean them up a little bit at least. What? On the way out, pick this up. Serious.
Somebody left it because that looked white, like the quartz stuff.
Oh, how cool. So very cool. There's that blue I was seeing in mine. We are headed back to the farm for day 2, and look at this rainbow. What a way to start the day. And we're back. It rained a tiny bit on the way over today, so I might do a quick wander around and see if there's anything good to be surface picked. Well, I didn't find anything surface picking, so I guess it's back to the old-fashioned way of actually working for them. There is the hole we dug yesterday. There is the hole we're starting on today. That looks like more the positioning that we're used to finding the good stuff in. So, here is our first sifter. We got one. Small, but that is for sure a sapphire. First find of the day.
Good start.
Yeah, it's a good sign about where our new hole is, so sweet. We've been mining in our new spot for 30 minutes. I already found a little handful. These 4 I'm not 100% sure on. We'll probably be able to tell better once the sun comes out, but I'm seeing some kind of flat face and sheen on all of them. Oop. No color yet because they're still dirty and it's still dim out. This is my favorite one though. I actually am seeing some sun, so I'm gonna come over here. Cool, perfect hexagon tube shape. I have no idea what color it is, but that's a nice one. That's got some weight to it. Sweet. Back to digging. There's a real pretty one in there. beautiful. It looks purple out in the shade, but oh, gorgeous. Got like 2 others in there, but I'll film a longer clip of all the finds once the sun comes out. Just pulled another little tube out of that sifter. It's awesome. It's only 9 a.m. We already have a little stash going. It's looking like today might be a much better day than yesterday. So the only real way to identify these today is by the shape. And this is an awesome hex wafer piece. Very cool. Also not mine. Look at this thing cleaned up. Oh, are you kidding? Beautiful.
Batteries aren't
Check
very
this
good.
out. You can see enough. Oh, how cool. That's one of the first pieces that we'll be able to cut a like big blue chunk out of. Nice find. So this is my little stash at the moment. It's probably about 9:30. I'm gonna rinse them up and see what I've found. Oh wow. Oh, I'm seeing blue. Oh yeah. Yeah, I see blue in the back of that, jelly pink. That's a gorgeous piece. See what else? Less color, cool shape. It's my tube one. That looks like it's gonna be gray. That's a nice little pink and white swirl. Yeah, that's my coolest one so far for sure. Oh yeah, that's it's lighting up just in the sun. Neat. Oh, we're gonna see the flashlight. Whoop. Light it up. Yeah, pretty. Very good find. I scrubbed it a bit and you can see that blue a lot better now. Just a few specks, but if there's any blue on pieces like this, and obviously that last big piece that Dad found, there's probably lots more blue nearby. Oh, look at the hot pink. That'll be an awesome one to cut. Our dirt mountains are growing. We're trying to kind of fill in this first hole as we go and use some dirt from the second hole to fill it, but just a couple feet apart. We were barely finding anything here, and we are finding rocks in every sifter here. That's all it takes. You just gotta find the right place. I briefly explained the crunch trick yesterday, how you poke this poker into the ground, looking for where to start digging, trying to hear crunch, which means you're hitting rocks. So we also do this while, oh yeah, that's not good. That's not what you want to see. That means that somebody else dug that and put powder back in that hole. That is a good sign. Oh, I heard crunch there. I don't know if the mic picked it up, but
Here.
this, yeah.
Here's crunch.
Yep, that's the direction I've liked to go. So this helps us not keep digging toward the hole with nothing and shows us the correct direction to go to get into the deposit. So, sweet. Yeah, you can definitely hear the shovel hitting rocks over there. Scraping along the edges. Perfect. Huge rock of some kind in there. Probably not what we want, but a good sign that nobody else has dug there and bothered to take it out, as are the giant roots. Yep, covered in dirt. That little face is all I need to see. It's probably a pretty color. Look how much more full the bucket is than it was yesterday. There weren't even rocks in the last two spots we were digging, let alone rubies and sapphires. You need all these quartz, aquamarine, whatever else we've got here to be present if you want the corundum to be present too. So here's my new best rock of the trip.
Oh my.
Oh, do you see that blue? That is awesome. I'm seeing a pink like edge over here and blue right there. It's thick. That is so awesome. Oh, we have to move so much dirt to find one of these. That makes the trip worth it. Will that even fit in my bottle? Yeah. Maybe later. I'll have to take another video of this when the sun comes out, but oh, I'm so happy. It's got 3 different colors. The base is like a white tan. It's got a pink edge, which is kind of common for these Propst stones. And then a couple little blue like stripes. And I see a spot of the blue on the back, which is a good sign that it runs through the whole thing, if I ever decide to cut it. It'd be cool, but I don't know about this one. It's a nice holding size. So apparently I should do the digging more. Oh yeah, for sure. Is that another hexagon? It kind of looks like it in there. Very nice. So, let me show. I started going deeper into the back part of that hole because I felt something very hard at the bottom. And it was taking me a second to get out. I don't know if it was this guy or not, but it's right where it came from. This is one sifter after my last find. It's been probably 5 minutes. How cool is that? I'll clean it later. We got dirt to move.
Gorgeous.
That's huge.
Nice.
It's about 11:30. And this is how our hole's looking. Got some nice steps leading down into it. And this bottom area here is where we've had some of our best finds. It's looking good. The sun's still not out, which is perfect. It makes for a little bit unfortunate lighting for filming, but it's a lot better than heat exhaustion. There's our piles. Lots of piles. We got this first hole filled in at least, so we won't have to worry about that later, but just gonna keep pushing at this for a while. We found lots of cool things. I'll have a very fun clip at the end showing all of them. Snack break. All right, let me show you the few rocks I cleaned up. I'll start with the smaller ones. That one's nice. Seeing a lot of blue, like some blue in a lot of these, which is great. This guy, nice shape. It's got like a second disc sticking out of there. This is cool. This one is very tube shaped. Some blue on that end and on that end. Oh, this one's awesome. So this is my huge piece, the second really big one I found. I cleaned it off and it has got a core of blue on this end. I don't think I can cut it. It's one of my coolest specimens. It sits up like this too, but if I wanted to cut it, I sure could. One that I do want to cut though is that. That might be the most gemmy blue piece I have found from here. And seriously, like a video of these in sunlight or with a flashlight is going to do them a lot more justice, but I want to grab a few in the field as I'm finding them. I already showed this one, but oh, that's beautiful. Here's full pile for right now. And I think we still have a few hours of mining left. And then lots of hours of at-home mining. So, hope we find some more cool ones. As you can guess, as the hole gets deeper, it gets harder to get the dirt out. So this is the fling technique. Use this and then filling up that bucket to transfer, but flinging is a lot faster. So you can see this one a lot better in the car. Look at that. That is a lot of blue to see in a rock from here. That's super cool. I was kind of, yeah, you can see some little patterning in there too. I think when I cut this, I'll be able to get something with blue and pink. I can get that split in it. So cool. There's the car pile of favorites. All my dad's finds. Very cool. Oh, your hands look orange. Now that our hole's gotten deeper and the best stuff that we're finding is around 2 feet, we're just scraping the sides of the hole and letting the dirt pile up at the bottom, and then transferring that to our sifter. That's been working pretty well, but probably only have an hour or 2 left. Ooh, that big root's a good sign of untouched ground. Yeah. Still digging along. If this is your first time like learning about Propst Farm, this place has been dug since the 70s. People used to dig 20-foot holes here and unearth huge pieces, and they still do occasionally, but seeing a thick root like that means that this specific spot hasn't been dug in a long time. Like, it's all probably been dug at some point over the last 50 years, but I mean, how long does it take a root like that to grow? That's awesome. This is where we hopefully find the cool specimen pieces. Found that one digging right there. Yeah, he found one. That is awesome.
Oh, make sure it's not clay.
Yeah, right. Can I see it? I think it's quartz. I think I should put it in my pocket. Nice. Where'd that
Oh.
come from? I need to go play in there, I think.
Look, you can see where I pulled it out.
Oh gosh.
I literally pulled it out of the wall.
Oh. That is wicked. There it is. Ooh. I just pulled this awesome tube out of the sifter, but shoot, everything feels tiny compared to that last one. Awesome though.
And so many times, scrape the shovel against the blade.
All I had to go do was start digging.
Down there and just sit and look and everything.
Right next to where that other one was found. That's awesome. You can see the indentation I pulled it out of too. Sweet. Since we found two big ones, right, in this general area, we are tunneling into the walls and hoping for more.
Walls and
Doing most of it sitting at this point.
floor here, because that's where yours
Got another awesome one for my collection. That is one of the most beautifully shaped tubes I have ever seen. I'm excited. If that has any color to it, that'll be awesome. Just the shape alone. It's perfect.
Let me guess whether it's going to have color, given where we found it.
Yeah. It's a great point. Not many have not had color from here. So I've been scratching around, sitting in the hole. You see it?
Oh, I see it now. Screwdriver?
I don't know how far. There it is. Ooh. Okay, it's coming loose. No, I don't need the screwdriver. I got it.
What? What? Nice.
Oh.
Yes.
Cool. That's bigger than it looked sitting in there. Oh, look at that. The pink edge too. Shoot. Right on. That's funny. I just brought my bucket over there.
Sharp edge too.
That's the edge is what I saw.
Oh, that's it's a cluster.
Is it?
Yes, this is an elongated hex right here unto itself. This is another one.
Oh. This side looks like one huge one though.
Oh.
Huge but layered.
Yeah.
Neat. That's about right where his big one came from, and I've been sitting here going like this, waiting to hear it go tink. So.
Explains why Holly was doing that with the deer antlers.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna continue sitting here and doing that. I was gonna say, I just brought my little gem container over next to the hole for when I found my big one, so I'll leave it there for when I find my even bigger one here in a minute.
Bring mine over for when you find the next big one?
Oh, no, that's okay. Thank you, though. It'll go into mine.
Is that what we call in the pocket?
Yeah.
Never really experienced that from both fully. That's pretty cool.
I don't know if I have either. So this is how I found it. Every once in a while you hear it go tink. Usually it's quartz. Sometimes it's a sapphire. I think this cavern right here is where he pulled his out of, and then mine was right there, about a foot away. Quartz. I'll speed things up. It's kind of hard to tell from the sitting inside view, but this is how big our hole is. This is just one day of work too. We started this one this morning. There was yesterday's hole, and then we did a few back there. How deep would you say this one is? Like 3 feet?
3 and change.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say most of our best finds have been at
2.5 to 3.
2.5, yeah. Sweet. I think I rigged the whole entire inside of the walls. Found one. Did I leave one in there? Going back in here for a second, just so I can show you guys the layers in the dirt. You can kind of see the color variations of like soil, clay, you know, just the different colored bands. So wherever we find one that is producing a lot of good rocks, we try to stay within that general like color band. But the dirt gets mixed up and tilled so much here that there's only so much you can do. But I thought it was pretty cool visual representation of the dirt here. We have turned a lot of dirt into a lot of smaller dirt. And our bucket for rocks to look at home is almost full. I am positive that there are some cool ones in there. So I started tunneling in right where we found most of our good pieces with a shovel. Pop this guy out. Yeah, that's wicked. The more I look at it, that is definitely a sapphire. A lot of them have this diagonal edge for whatever reason. You can see where the hex tube shape is. The flat side.
I wonder why that is.
My jar. My finds jar got bigger too, if you can't tell. Kidding. This is probably a few seconds later. I'm just continuing to scrape right there. Not like this. There's a lot of quartz that's kind of just falling apart. This is the hole that that one popped out of. If it doesn't immediately fall apart at this point, it's pretty much guaranteed to be corundum. Again, here we go. Scraping that side right by our stairs. I was trying to fill up the dirt bucket. I can see the blue in that one. There's a lot of it. The tink sound it makes when these hit the shovel is unlike anything else. No, that wasn't it. Here. That specific noise. Quartz will never do it. That's wicked. Oh man. Sweet. About 5 o'clock and we are finally calling it for the day. There is our final hole and our finds. This bottle is Dad's small ones that can fit in the bottle. This is my day 1. Wow, like 6 pieces. And this is my day 2. There are some giant cool pieces in there. I'm gonna clean those up and film a video of all of my stones tomorrow. Hopefully when the sun is out. So, I can't wait to see what all these look like. There's my full haul from 2 days in the field. This is one of easily my best trips yet. Sometimes we leave with 5-10 rocks. Other times we hit a jackpot spot like this time. Getting all our supplies packed up and getting ready to drive home. It's been a long and very productive 2 days. And this is what day 3 of Propst mining looks like. We emptied out the buckets into these sifters. Let the rain wash some. We washed some. But these are all ready to be picked through. So we are going to take them inside, take a closer look, and do just that. I'm actually gonna just sit out here and pick them out of the sifters in the sun. It's easier to see them that way. The lighting is so much better. I already see 2 right here. This guy, a little bit of blue and pink. And that's just a chunky one. Nice. That, yep, there's one. Not a ton of color, but lots of sheen. That was the first sifter. I might speed it up and time lapse the rest and stop to show you if I find anything super cool. I lied and I already see a super cool one that I like a lot. Look at that. How many tubes stuck together is that? That's like 5. I love the blue end there. Neat. Okay, now on to time lapse. This is what we've got after going through 2 sifters, and we're about to start on the 3rd. I see one just facing up that I want to grab before I start the time lapse because it's got blue, and I'm sure there are a few more in here. All right, let's get started. Pausing to look at this one. That is sick. It's a cool specimen and a fun amount of blue to try to cut. So I see one in here and I'm shocked got past our initial round of searching. It's already been a bit extra scrubbed because it was kind of hard to miss while cleaning it up, but it's got something very weird in the middle. Not metallic, but this is definitely a big piece of corundum. This is what our new collection looks like after 5 sifters, and we've got 3 to go. Let's get started. After all 8 sifters, this is what we ended up with. I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna show you a few of my favorites because it's pretty cool. I've got this ginormous one. I'm not seeing a ton of color, but that in the middle is funky. I'm sure my dad's gonna want to keep that as a specimen. These are a few of the other biggest. Lots of blue on that, which I love. It's perfect. That one's chunky, but I don't see much else going on besides the sheen. Yeah. It's a nice piece. Nice size. Same with that, and I think I like the color on there. Several cool pink ones in here. Yeah, this is another cool one. Very pink with the blue end. I've got this longer pink piece, which is nice. This one, which is filthy, but I was able to see sheen just a tiny bit, and I'm hoping that dark spot is blue, but who knows. Another nice hexagon shaped piece. This is pretty encouraging that there are no huge and obvious ones in here. We did a pretty good job picking out the best ones in the field. It's another one with a lot of blue. These smaller ones just get trapped in dirt balls and we can't see them until we wash everything. I like that. That's a nice shape. That's super cool. A little faster. That's a pretty one. I like that pink. I'll show some of these off better with a flashlight, but it's super pretty pink. Oh yes, this one. I love this one. That looks very bi-color to me. I see pink, I see blue. It's deep enough to cut. I'm very excited about that. It's another good one. Little core of blue in the middle. Very facetable, should be beautiful. This one's thin, very thin, but pretty color. Another nice pink piece. That's about it. The rest are smaller. I might be able to cut them. The colors are nice, but not thrilling. I mean, any find from here is thrilling, but you know what I mean. This pile over here was the coolest stuff. So I'll wash these up a little bit more. I washed up all my field finds from yesterday, and then I'll try to kind of make a cohesive video of everything we found, the total weights, and show them off with a flashlight so you can see what's really going on with the colors, because I don't think I've done any of these justice with any of these video clips so far. But I'll get back to you with all that soon. Since it's so sunny and gorgeous out, I'm actually going to show you a few of my field finds out in the light too. I'm so excited about these. Let me grab. So these are easily some of the biggest pieces I've ever found at Propst. I have one that's bigger, but all the rest of these are the start to my specimen collection. This guy is the one that I filmed just the edge of when it was kind of poking out of the dirt and then picked out of the side of the hole. I love that piece. This is that weird crooked one with the blue core on one end. It stands up like this. This is my favorite tube specimen I have from there. That's just wicked. The color is so pretty and gemmy pink when you put a light in it. Love that one. This is the first big one that I found in the sifter that I was so excited about. It looks smaller now compared to the other ones that we found, but it's awesome. All the rest of these two I pulled out of the wall while I was sitting there scratching it with my little rake thing. They're just great chunky tube pieces. Then this one is the one that I pulled out of the bottom of the hole. It was flat, it was just laying right in there, and I plucked it out and it left a perfect hexagon indentation. Super, super cool texture on this. I don't think I'd ever want to cut it, but the texture is wicked. Let me find a few pretty colored pieces to show off. I know I've got lots in here. So these are some of my favorites. Like, you can already tell that that's hot pink. Even the sun is making one of the corners light up. Love that. This one, I really can't tell. It either has some blue in it or it is the gemmiest, deepest pink I've seen. But I think I want to facet this one and figure it out. This one just has a great amount of blue. I love any pieces I find with blue that I'm actually able to catch because you don't come across them too often. This one, oh, this one's funky. It's just got an extra disc like sticking off of it. The color isn't the best, but that's just cool looking. And then this is another pretty colored pink. Love these. I think I found this one the first day there when we weren't finding too much else, so I was pumped when this showed up. I'm excited to do a final weigh-in of all this. I don't even really know, oh God, where my guess would be. Might say like 3,000 carats, 2,500. All right, I'll get them weighed and get back to you. This is our at-home finds, a little over 1,000 carats total, which is awesome. Next up, I'm gonna weigh my field finds. So my grand total from the field is 2,276 carats. A few of my biggest pieces are 207, 218, and 160. It's awesome. Great specimen sizes. Next, I'll see which of my dad's I can hunt down and weigh. So the rest of his rocks got a bit preemptively sorted, but we have these 3 left. These are the biggest ones. I'll just add them to the grand total. It's too big to even weigh. Gotta use this thing. Well, I already know what it is. I already weighed it earlier. It weighs 1,250 carats or 0.55 pounds. So we're gonna just go ahead and add 1,250 for a grand total of 4,722 carats of corundum. I'm gonna turn that into grams and pounds and get right back to you. This is our full collection. It came out to a little bit under 1,000 grams and a little bit over 2 pounds. I'd say that's easily one of our best trips. I'm so happy. I'll show a few close-ups of these, insert some pictures of the best ones, and finally wrap this video up. Figured I should take one video of the half pounder in the sun. This side is actually a very pretty, like, pinky purple, which you don't see with huge pieces too often. Gorgeous. See what I mean about these colors being completely different in the sun? That blue just lights up. Same with this pink piece. You can almost see into it when the sun's out. Finally, I'm going to show you how some of the prettiest color ones look with a light to them. This one is interesting how it lights up in different pockets. If I did want to facet it, I could get lots of smaller nice gems out of there, but I'm gonna leave this one as it is. This one's just cool because it's my biggest piece and also one of the gemmiest. That color is wild. Next I've got this one, which looks pretty crunchy from the surface, but lights up beautiful pink. Oh, and it's got a little blue speck in there I didn't notice. Sweet. I think that one will cut beautifully. Next up is this guy, the one I've been trying to decide whether it's blue or just a very, very gemmy pink. There's a little bit of blue and a lot of very gemmy pink. Definitely some blue there right in the middle though, I can see it now. This one also has a cool speck of blue. So neat to see that light up. It's a color you don't come across too often. This one isn't your standard bubblegum pink. It's more like peachy, coral. I like it a lot. It's very unique, very bright still. Ooh. This piece, yeah, this is just incredible. Bright pink, blue specks. That's everything you could ask for in one of these gems. Stunning. I'll definitely have to facet that one. The next few are actually favorites from home mining. I just wanted to see these lit up. Ooh. Ooh. I wanted to hit the blue. Ooh. That's nice. It's a perfect little pocket in there that I can catch in the middle of a nice pink stone. That's cool. You can't judge these things too harshly by the outside because there is a thick layer of crunch that you have to get rid of most of the time. Oh, I love this one too. I can say that about all these. Yep. This one, seriously, it's like a stack of hexes going this way. One stuck on the end, one sticking out of the side, one sticking out of this side. Like it would cut a beautiful bi-colored piece, especially from this tip, but that might be another that's just too cool as a specimen. Let me see this guy. Ooh. So this one's bicolor. And not in the blue and pink way. It's got pink up here and like a tan peachy down here. You can kind of see it more with direct light, but that's fun. You could go for a smaller, just pink gem or a bigger split color gem. This is the last little guy. It's got lots of blue sprinkled throughout there. And a very clear pink face on that end. It's fun to take a light to these and see where the blue actually goes, how deep it goes. Ooh. Oh, I see stripes. Do you guys see that? Very faint and hidden in there, but that's cool. All these pieces are so unique. I'm gonna make it a lot darker for a second so I can show you guys something super cool. Any of these stones that are red and pink have chromium, which is the element that makes rubies red. Chromium also fluoresces under black light. So most of these pieces will have a crazy red glow like this. Man, that's so cool. I've been doing this for years and that is still so cool to see. I want to check out this tube. Whoa. That's cool. I'm happy I'm able to get it to actually pick up on video. Sometimes it It's tough. You can see all that fluorescence. So sometimes after rain, it's fun to go to Propst at night, shine a black light at everything, and hope for the best. It's definitely not as productive as actually mining, but it's fun. Look at that. How cool. Oh, do we want to try the big one? So here's the half pounder again, that pretty pink purple side. Definitely fluoresces. So cool.